Good evening, guys and girls. I am your voice of choice, DrMarxout, bringing you this week's edition of Storm on the eve of High Class Wrestling's next big pay-per-view event, Cash-In. As announced on Mayhem Day, or no, today's Throwdown, my apologies. The Digital Triad is taking over Japan this month after Cash-In. Our show, hashtag Half the Brains. As we found out at Cheat Codes, the team of Supremacy will be taking on our women's tag team champions, Project Mayhem. Our opening match here has a whole lot to do with that. Callie Dane, who's pulling double duty at Half the Brains, taking on Suzuki, the winning team, well, the winning representative, will choose the stipulation for that tag team match. Apparently, Callie's being walked down to the ring by Amadeus Keith, Big Moose of Project Mayhem. We're going to see him later on tonight in our co-main event. Got a whole lot of stuff going on involving our pay-per-view this week, this episode. Your boy's a little under the weather right now, so I'm sorry. I'm not making the most sense. As we are back in our normal ring. Callie Dane showing off that women's tag team title for the first time since winning it. Proudly wearing that Mayhem crest, being the first woman of the Church of Ripley. I'm very excited to see this matchup here. Three-time Hajime Puro Women's Champion Suzuki, representing Supremacy. Form that tag team with the only woman to hold 2/3 of the Triad Triple Crown, Val Savage. Picked up that win over the Chaos Emeralds. I'm not saying Amadeus Keith is going to get involved. I'm just saying Sue may want to be a little bit cautious. I don't know how he is about hitting women. Opening contest. Callie Dane looks ready. Suzuki looks ready. Sue runs in with the bake-style DDT to open a match. Going right to work on the arms of Callie Dane, trying to take the submissions away and use her own submission game. Into a low Kimura early. Callie picks the ankle and rolls through immediately. Sue going to work with the shin breaker now. Callie very slow to get out of the gate here. Gets caught with the Japanese whip and taken down with the shoulder tackle. Sue giving her space here. Slap by Zuki gets stopped and met with a kick to the gut. Callie going to work on the arms now, going for the danger zone setup. Danger zone. Sends Zuki off the ropes. Zuki breaks the hold. Has a hold of that wrist lock, trying to pop the elbow joint out. Snaps her down by it. Brings her back to her feet. Whips her to the back elbow now. Drops the leg, sisters. Suzuki showing all sorts of game here between technical and striking. That perfect style neck snap now. Goes for the stomp. Dane rolls out. Gets a little bit of revenge with an arm wringer takedown of her own. Rising knee to the gut. Up and over and showing some agility there. Shades of her tag team partner, Breeze. Or as Supernova likes to call her, Mega Evolved Mayhem Breeze. Falling Sleeper Slam. Dane now finally getting a good bit of momentum going. That shoulder shirt, she sometimes transitions into a pin cover. I think she's too close to the ropes for that. Pops that elbow up, steps on that joint, trying to separate it. Has Zuki up for the slam. Zuki up and over the shoulders, drops her with a reverse DDT counter. Zuki violating all sorts of wizard rule here. Drops Dane into a neck breaker though. Heads up to that second rope. Gets all of that falling forearm smash. Back to work on that arm, trying to pop the elbow joint out. Went for that looping strike. Dane blocks the strike, returns with the right hand of her own, makes it a pair. Double chicken wing face buster. I thought she was going tiger suplex there. Brings Zuki back to her feet. Sends her in that corner back first. Gets reversed on the whip. Catches her with the rising knee. Follows it up with a drop kick. Then a big forearm. Diving from the damn near middle of the ring. Zuki though pushing the way back off. Lays Dane out with a shoulder tackle. Heading back up, going back to that mid-range jumper. No water in the pool for that elbow. Dane has her hooked up in that straitjacket, drops her in that brainbuster DDT. Into the cover. She's been winning matches with that a little more frequently lately. Only gets a 2 count. Stepping on the face. Bridges that neck. Shades of Cade using Del Scorcho's Ring of Fire there. Zuki breaks that hold. Punches her right in the mush. Gets caught on. How's that elbow pop back out? Dane grabs a hold of her, ties her up on that rope. Big rising knee to the sternum. And drops the knee on the back of the head. First match, first trip to the playground. That suplex facebuster right on those mats. Those are maybe only a couple inches thick. There's no give to those. Big dropping knee. Dane goes in for the slam. Zuki up and over. Reverse DDT counter one more time. Chippy Stacks in the feed representing the triad. Zuki falls into the cover. Only gets a 1. Sue's taunting again. She got caught doing it once. Has Dane up in the Firewoman's carry. Drops her in that corner with the snake eyes. Callie pushes her off. Zuki back to work with the snapmare. Nasty kick across the back. Disrespectful slap, gets stuffed. Not sure what Callie was looking for there, but Zuki flipped out of it. Has her tied up in the octopus. By the ropes though, can Callie reach out and grab him? No, Callie taps immediately. I guess she didn't want to opt for more damage. I'm honestly shocked there. Callie would drop Zuki in that nasty brainbuster. One more look at it. Same angle, except for like maybe an inch to the left. Would only get a 2 count. I believe that was her only cover attempt of the match. They would fight briefly out on the playground, but in the end, Zuki would use that technical savvy that she has. I'm not sure if we're actually going to look at it or not. Okay, we're only going to look at the 1 count. Thanks, camera guys. There's that octopus hold. I guess Callie's arm was too far from the ropes, but she could have just kicked a leg out, but In the end, Supremacy will get to dictate what stipulation their match will have at hashtag half the brains, where every match will have a gimmick to it. Our first trip to Japan will be memorable. Now on the flip side of the Project Mayhem coin, Breeze is taking on part-time member of Air Carumba, Melanie Miller, who also represents Killer X. There's a little bit of a funny story with this we'll see in our co-main event. Breeze representing Callie Dane, Melanie representing CC Bones. As I said last match, Callie Dane will be working double duty at Half the Brains as she finally gets her one-on-one shot at the women's champion. The winner of this match, their charge, or whoever they're representing, will get to dictate the stipulation for that. I've heard talk they both won an Iron Woman match. Just if there's anything else attached to it, we'll have to wait and see. I believe this is Melanie Miller's debut for us here, televised. She's been working some house shows. She has teamed with both CC Bones and Valentina and Air Carumba. Her boys in Killer X had a good turnout. Well, I shouldn't say turnout, but a good showing in Supernova's Collins Cup over the weekend. It's Friday, it's not the weekend yet. As I said, your boy's under the weather. I'm not making the most sense right now, and I apologize for that. But I do know that Mayhem Breeze will be looking to get a win back on the Mayhem column tonight. The other half of our inaugural Women's Tag Team Champions. Her mentor, TJ Ramirez, back in high class. I'm excited to see a match with those two now, since they're both out of their damn minds. As your women's champions, Callie Dane recomposing herself after getting tied up in that octopus hold. Leading the way. Both these women saying they were lost before they joined Project Mayhem in the Church of Ripley, and now they're both holding gold, so maybe there is something to that. They are the winningest members of Mayhem here in Blitz. The men just can't seem to put together any strings of victories. And Breeze might be the busiest woman in the tribe. Young Melanie Miller, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is her official televised debut for us. I believe she has a victory over Shannon Higgins on Supernova. I might be wrong. Chippy Stacks, provide me with the Chippy facts. And Miller just ran right past Dane. I don't know if there was words there. Our general manager, Graham Connors, booked this match specifically to keep eyes on both Callie Dane and CC Bones. They didn't try to kill each other in the back. Oh, she is winless? Okay, well, there you go. I mean, that makes sense. I don't think Killer X has wins anywhere yet. Could be slight foreshadowing. In a bizarre show of respect, I'm surprised. Of course, we've seen Mayhem extend those handshakes just to beat the holy hell out of their opponent. And a quick snap Rana into the cover. Doesn't even get a 1 count. And Melanie taking a page out of the Ramirez Breeze playbook. As Breeze up and drops her with that alarm clock kick real early. Gets caught with that Firewoman's counter. Reversal on the Irish whip. Running Inseguri in the corner. And then a cartwheel into the moonsault. Miller showing all sorts of agility here. Dane up on the apron, already paying dividends. Breeze has Miller up in the electric chair. Spins her around. No, gets countered with the Rana takedown again. Basement style drop kick to the face. Sends her face first into that corner. Runs into a back elbow. Breeze gets her first Rana takedown of the match. If we started a counter, we'd already be at 30 stop. The match is only a minute. Yet another count. Yet another, not even a 1. Breeze with the snap there. Going to work on the arm. Has been picking up a little bit of a submission game since teaming with Dane. Transitions to that hammer like it's caught with a back elbow by Melanie. Spins around in that almost cutthroat neck breaker. Oh no. Oh no. Trying to completely rip all that arm, just gone away. No. Ow. Miller with a pair of rights. Ripcord knee to the face. Breeze is down. Dane going to work on that turnbuckle post. And Breeze sent up and over the top rope by Miller with that back body drop. Looks like Dane left that turnbuckle pad alone. Miller not wanting to get involved in the playground with a Mayhem member. Gets involved with another Rana takedown. That's outside with her tag team partner, Cece, the women's champion. Miller sneaks inside the ref. Grabs a hold of Breeze. Hangs her up on that top rope. Tosses her outside. Are we going to see some hashtag flippy shit? Dives through with the suicide DDT. Gets every bit of it. We've seen her guys in Killer X do that under the bottom turnbuckle post. From outside to outside. Ducks one clothesline. Gets caught with the other on the way back in. Breeze with the elbow to small of the back. Refs count at 5. These women need to be mindful of the count. Miller with the wheelbarrow. Drops her neck breaker. Refs count stop. Both women back in. Get our first cover attempt of the match. First serious cover attempt of the match. And only get a 1. Back with that wheelbarrow's neck breaker again. I'm sorry, I might cut out. Breeze with the Cortado, Trenzado, whatever it's pronounced as, out of nowhere. Mel kicks out at 2.8. Surprise ninja. Breeze takes her down with the lariat. Drops her in an atomic drop. Splits the uprights with a double leg drop. Then follows that up with a drop kick. Breeze now trying to get something going on her side. And then Callie slipped a chair in. Distracts the ref, and then Breeze is going to work with it. There's that low super kick. And then an axe kick. I thought she was going curb stomp for a minute. Kicks Melanie one more time. I like calling it the Winds of Chaos. Gets it dead center. And Breeze and Callie Dane get to pick the additional stipulation for Callie Dane's women's title match. Miller very game here. You seen that ripcord knee, that nasty suicide dive DDT. There was that first cortado. I don't know, I want to say that was the second one. Could have only been the first again, though. I don't see the chair in the corner, so. And Melanie Miller's winless streak continues. That was only the first one, okay. This will be the second one. There we go. And Mayhem Breeze. Splitting the win-losses now for Mayhem on the night. We'll see them one more time here. And if that dead look just in the eyes of Breeze doesn't say it all. She has more titles than I do. And almost as many titles as Belt Collector Bake has. We finally get out of the women's division and head into our Blitz division. As Midori making his return here in his debut one-on-one match against the newcomer coming to us from Hajime Puro. I don't believe he was in the Battle Royal last week that Power Cat shocked the world and won. I know the T is for Takeda and the O is for Omura. I don't know what the K stands for. But I know he was blessed with the initials for TKO. Making his official debut here. Unless he was in the Battle Royal. It was too busy. I honestly... For all I know, Wizard was in it. I know that he wasn't because he would have probably won it and kicked everyone's faces off, but... I'm not sure if there's history between these two. I don't know how much time Midori spent in Hajime. I'm sure he's done a little bit of time over there. It's TKO, one of the few men we've got from Hajime. There's been a whole lot of the women coming over. I do know that him and Simon Taro have a history, so we'll see if that plays out over here. Both these men jockeying for position for contendership at Mighty in that Blitz Division title that he's held in such a stranglehold since the insert coin to continue. We'll have to defend it one more time against Power Cat. Subject to change. Match doesn't have a gimmick yet either. We await the entrance the younger brother of the GOAT. Although according to new Triad law, I guess the GOAT is actually GOAT 2, as Iceman has more titles over the Triad than Wizard has. Green Death is in the building. Looking to make an impact here in his singles debut. Made his first showing at World War E in that Blitz Division World Cup final match. Looked good in our Battle Royal last week. I know he was definitely. I think he was definitely. He might not have been in it. And I don't have the footage handy right now because I'm in the booth. Yamamoto looks ready. Midori looks ready. Midori going right to work with those Yamamoto-style strikes out of the gate. Fighting off the ground with the right hand. Hashtag Stevie gets a dub. Took 3 matches, but someone finally went for a cutter. TKO with that Michinoku driver version, too. And a Northern Lights, no bridge. Too close to the ropes. Iceman is actually in the back right now, kicking rocks. That looked like the Michinoku 3. Takeda already setting up something nasty. Sit down tombstone out of nowhere. And Midori just got minute raced. Is that racist because they're both Japanese? Midori came out of the gate swinging, but in the end got dropped real quick by the debuting TKO. Who extends the hand in respect. And we get a handshake out of these two. I am scared of that kid. I'm glad we have this book now. We actually have 2 Blitz Division matches on tonight. As your former Supernova Pro Light Heavyweight Champion, representing the Kings of the North in the Junior Cruiserweight Tag Team Division. I have to attach all the names because you call them Light Heavyweights, HCW calls them the Juniors, we call them the Blitz Division. Again, too many titles. Primetime Demario Bennett is back here in the Storm Shelter taking on our inaugural Blitz Division champion, Dougal Devlin. Canada versus Ireland one more time. Devlin actually picked up that win in the tag team match last week against High and Mighty, where he just kept bouncing the sternum of Bake off that apron. Managed to pull the count-out victory and then was immediately verbally assaulted by his now former tag team partner, Murphy Law. And to my understanding, I believe there was actually fisticuffs exchange in the back. I don't know, I didn't see it. And we don't have the footage, so not a lot I can do there. We get set for Blitz Division action one more time here. In prime time in the house here. And Mega Ran. What the hell is he doing out here? He has a sledgehammer going to work on Primetime, who catches it with the drop toe hold. Lays him out with the forearm now. Ran I thought he was one of the good guys. Almost decapitates Bennett with that lariat. Kicks him down low. Has him up and over and flips him out the X-Plex on the concrete. We've seen Rand catch that big L to Josh Jabroni last week. Looks like that finally made him snap. The losing streak just got to him. He's raining fists down now on Bennett. I don't know if this is a personal thing or he just needed an easy target, but I don't know if I'd call Bennett an easy target, but he's caught up now. Toss with a follow-away slam, rolling that spine on the concrete. Both men going for lariats. Both men miss. Straight right by Rand. Gets sent up the apron. Running elbow drop by Primetime. Looks like he got a little bit of the mat on the way down. Gets the clothesline stuffed. Rand putting the boots to him now. I might have to start dressing him as teacher, rapper, villain. Tiger suplex bounces the back of Bennett's head off the mats, and Rand just came out and destroyed a junior. So that's 2 Blitz Division matches that are just not happening tonight. All right. We get set for a big co-main event. Cade leading the forces of Project Mayhem. Amadeus Keith, the founder, Dante Ripley, making his official debut for us here. And the other big man of Mayhem, Phoenix Vega, taking on Jacob Oxley's band that he's organized. Killer X making their official debut here tonight. Cade and Oxley been beating the hell out of each other verbally, on Twitter, physically, in matches, outside of matches. Pretty sure they've tried to outdrink each other, which Oxley's going to win. He's Irish. Cade said, "Bring your friends if you have any. I'll bring mine." Brought the #1 contender to the high-class world title, who has that match tomorrow against Damian Fuerte. And then the 2 big hosses of Mayhem. I don't think Oxley expected that lineup, because he went and got a bunch of guys that if you put all 4 of them together, they may match the weight of Phoenix Vega and Amadeus Keith. And that's just 2 of them. 8-man tag action will be go here. Project Mayhem taking on Killer X plus Oxley. Killer Ox? Can I call them that for the night? I'm going to call them that for the night. Cade will be defending that Super Junior High Class title tomorrow against Blanco Guerrero. Hoping not to come out of this too dinged up. Of course, we know that he has victories over Blanco already multiple times this season for them. Can he do it one more time? But before he can get to tomorrow, he has to get through tonight. So we get a shot at the crowd here in the storm shelter. Those lights are still down. Are they trying to find where the Mayhem guy... Oh. That smoke is up one more time tonight. Project Mayhem is here one more time. And by God, Keith is taller than Vega. And Vega's not small. They may sleep on him, but at the same time, they love to hurt people, so I don't know how much sleeping they're actually doing. Dante Ripley making his official debut for us here. Yeah, I think Keith is like 7'3". I don't know, I'm too scared to go near him with a tape measure. Because I'm pretty sure he could just stomp on my neck from a standing position. Okay, the only member of Mayhem here tonight with the title, in this match at least. Ripley looking to add the high-class wrestling world title tomorrow. Insanity and Osborne going after the tag team titles. How scary is the thought that Vega and Keith are here tagging together? Those two behemoths, or as we like to call them, the Hosses. We've seen the four members of Mayhem enter together. Will Killer Ox do the same, or will they come down separately? Oxley opting to lead the charge on his own, wearing that Screw Mayhem shirt.
That's it.
With that cross out carefully between the names of Cade and Ripley, the original two members of Mayhem, and the two that officially ousted him from the group. He did kind of get the pause from Mighty, and he beat Keith, which ain't nothing. But then he caught the severe beatdown from Cade at Cheat Codes and has lost pretty much every other match he's been in. He is a little bit salty. He's Irish, they taste like the sea, so he's briny. Is that racist? Is it racist if I'm Irish? As we get set for the official televised debut of Killer X. Andres Calderon, Bryce Warren, and TZ Valentine. Officially here on Storm. They did look strong, but they look strong in all their matches. They just can't seem to put that winning formula together to actually finally start getting wins in their column. I want to say when Calderon still wore the mask, was still Paradox, I think we've actually had him at house shows. Since demasking and joining Killer X, though, he has not came back. Bryce Warren, I believe, was pretty much trained by the top four guys in the triad, unless I'm mixing him up with someone else, which is totally possible. The ladies do love maskless Calderon. Can we get that as a shirt? Valentine, one of those guys that's done time in pretty much every promotion across the world. And Cade and Oxley immediately going to work on each other here. Cade has him up and drops him with that flapjack from the fireman's position carry early. How scary is that sight? 7'3"-ish Amadeus Keith standing right next to Phoenix Vega, just glaring across the ring at you. And then there's Dante Ripley, who's just out of his gourd. Cade runs into that jawbreaker counter from Moxley. Snap DDT. Dragging Cade away from the ropes. There you go. Warren has done a lot for HCW. Cade bounced off the turnbuckle and then dropped in a powerbomb by Oxley. He's only a one-time high-class Super Junior champion. I don't know what all he's won down in high-class Lucha, so he may have done a couple wins down there. Calderon with that Northern Lights. No bridge. Iceman still in the back getting ready for his match next. That's fair. Calderon looking like he was going for that Rana driver, gets dropped with the drop toe hold. Hung up on that bottom rope. Cade bringing in the biggest man in Mayhem. A man who made his debut destroying Oxley. Brings Calderon to his feet just to knock him down with the short arm lariat. Keeps a hold of that wrist. Drops him again. Steps over him. Could be going for the trio here. Pretty sure. Yeah, no, this is not going to be good for Calderon. Dropped in the power slam. Looked like he was going for an STO. Gets called back elbows from Calderon. Who takes the Giant down with a Rana. Cade is undefeated in singles competition in high class this year. And Calderon with that standing moonsault. Cade is like, he's about 50-50 for us here. He's only done a couple matches in Supernova. He has told me he will start returning your phone calls a little more frequently. Calderon with the rising knee shot, that jump over leg bulldog. Warren trying to pump up the crowd for Killer X. Gets tagged in by Calderon. These two men represented Killer X in that Collins Cup. Immediately tags Oxley back in. Who then immediately takes Calderon back in. We're doing the full-on do-si-do, and TZ Valentine officially in this match. All that time they spent doing tags, Keith composed himself. There's another one of those short-arm lariats. I'm pretty sure he could bench press the entire Killer Ox team by himself at one time. If so inclined. Sends TZ into the bad, bad neighborhood. Brings in the founder. Clothesline spear combination. I don't know what the do-si-do is for. I guess showing they have team unity. Valentine slips out of that chin lock by Ripley. That's the second X-Plex we've seen tonight. bouncing Valentine's head off the mat now. Running Bulldog. Calderon brought back in. Let's see if that's going to start the chain attack one more time. Does lead into a drop kick. Mushroom stomp by Calderon. Close it up with one more drop kick. So much agility out of this kid. Spins Ripley around with the shot. German, no bridge. Head up to the second rope. Beckons Ripley to his feet. Not sure you want him standing. Gets a double axe handle, flush in the center of the brain. Short curb stomp keeps Ripley grounded. Ripley fighting back with the right hand. Snap vertical. Wasn't the snap on the actual lift, it was more the snap on the drop. Brings Keith back in. Samuels Calderon down. Nasty running boot by the Anarchist. All four members of Kill Rocks have been in this match. Vega and Cade yet, well, Cade opened up, so Vega still has yet to be in this match. And Calderon just went to throw a shot out at Mayhem and gets caught with a right by Ripley. And then laid out with a German. He's up on the shoulders with that cutthroat. Nasty cutthroat torture rack by Keith. Getting elbowed in the jaw. Calderon trying to break that grip. Manages to do so. Sends Keith into that bad corner. Brings Valentine back in. Both men delivering knees to the solar plexus region. It takes both of them to lift him, but they have him up and drop him in a double gut buster. Keith fighting back to the back body drop. Looks like that just angered him. Has Valentine up and over with that bake style toss. Gets caught with that arm drag hip toss. Keith fighting back with the fireman's carry. These two men exchanging counters. Valentine set in the Mayhem corner. Ripley tagged back in. Ripley with the shoulder tackle. Keith with that running uppercut. Valentine with that wrist lock arm breaker. Ripley catches him out before the shot. Drops him with the jawbreaker. Bringing Valentine a little bit closer to the Mayhem corner. Putting the boots to him. Lays him out with a neck breaker, center of the ring. Bryce Warren in this match runs it with a single leg dropkick, his first actual run of business here. Lays out your number one contender with a trio of single leg dropkicks. Heading up top, Vega giving chase. Looks like he caught him in the legs on the way up. Missed that elbow drop. Keith brought back in. Caught with that single arm DDT. And Vega officially in this match finally. Gets caught with the back wheel trip. In their 2013 breakout HCW star. That headstand chin lock. Gets caught with that shoulder breaker takedown. Just walks through right on the guts. You do not want a man that size stepping on your liver. Vega with a snapmare on a Warren. Trying to squeeze the brain out. Gets caught with the back elbow to the guts. Warren has him up. Spins him out. And then that neck breaker. Brings him back on his feet. Showing all sorts of strength at lifting reverse DDT. We get our first official cover of the match. The ref's super slow. We need to fire our ref here too. Warren going to work with the elbow to the top of the head. Warren might officially be the strongest man on that team tonight. Staggers Vega with the right hand, hits him with that mid-range jumper lariat. Sends Vega back into the Killer Rock's corner. Runs in, gets caught with the Fireman's Carry takedown. Vega was looking to get some mayhem help. Runs into a boot, gets sent back into the Killer Rock's corner. Vega breaking the hold. Kicks Warren down low. Has him hooked up with a pump handle. Nasty inside-out suplex. Warren catching bombs now. It's up on the shoulders of Vega. Running power slam. That's because Dash Cunning is made like a wrestler. He is made much like a mountain. Knockout right hand from Vega. Warren fighting back in the right hand. Falling flatliner. Warren trying to regather his bearings. Warren faking German suplex there. Standing switch by Vega. Standing switch by Warren now. Space, Tornado, Ogawa from Bryce Warren. Takes out Phoenix Vega. Oxy tag back in. Vega trying to look for a tag. Brings Ripley in. Running knee drops Oxley. Gets dropped to that double axe handle. Ox turned around. Spun out with the Saito style suplex. Ripley spinning out with another neckbreaker variation. Yeah, I don't think that was the best thing he could have done. Nasty knockout knee. Sends Oxley back into the Mayhem corner. Runs into a boot, though. Fights back with the back elbow. Drops Oxley with a gut buster. Putting himself between Ox, getting that tag out. Jacob Oxley brings TZ Valentine back in, who fights him with a mushroom stomp. Falling double axe handle. Looks like he caught Ripley in the sternum. There's that low kick. Shining Wizard variation. Everyone else calls them Shining Apprentices. I like calling them Shining Wizards. More respect for the goat that way. Valentine caught with a belly-to-back suplex. Pendulum-style elbow drop from Ripley now. Bouncing the arm of TZ Valentine off the mat. TZ coming up with the European uppercut. Hammerlocks the arm of Ripley. Drops him with that lariat. That was nasty looking. Heading up to that second rope. That's fair. Amadeus Keith brought back in. Running big boot. Makes it a pair, takes down Valentine. Catches him with one more, just walks through him. Giants putting the pause on TZ Valentine and all of Killer Ox here tonight. Brings TZ back up to a knee. Staggers up for the chop, gets caught with the right hand. Goes for the mushroom stomp one more time. TZ almost got his feet up high enough to stomp Amadeus Keith. Why is he not playing basketball? There's that hammerlock lariat one more time. And you yell at me for puns. Standing shooting star press out of TZ. Looked like he was going for an STO on Keith. Lays out Valentine with a Saito. There's that overhead toss one more time. Tosses Valentine up and flips him out into a gut wrench style suplex. Has Valentine up. Drops him with that mayhem flosion. He's raining down lefts and rights now. Sends Valentine into the mayhem corner. Gets caught with the big boot on the way in. Valentine getting paused from Vega and Cade right now. Vertical suplex, lays him back out. TZ Valentine sent into that neutral corner, Keith giving chase. Oh no. Has Valentine up. Buckle bombed. Gross. Ew. Sends Valentine back up to the mayhem side of the ring. Cade brought back in. That mayhem tandem cutter. That's how the women won that inaugural tag team tournament. Cade into the cover. Oxley in there to break it up. And Oxley just dispatched by Keith. Cade with that diving forearm. Cade is the freshest man in this match. He opened it, hasn't been back in since. Plans Valentine with that vertical. Valentine coming back up with another European. Cade with that right hand. Going for the kick, gets caught and elbowed. Schoolboy roll up by Valentine. Spins him out into a powerbomb. Cade brought back to his feet. Low kick by Valentine. Staggers the Super Junior champion. Calling neckbreaker. Looked like Valentine was having words with Vega and Ripley in the corner. You do not want to take your eyes off of any member of Mayhem here. Especially that close to the corner. Valentine dropped into the gutbuster by Cade. Cade hooking that leg. Spins him out with the game over neckbreaker. Crawls into the cover. And Cade picks up the win, and Killer X and Oxley's season of failure continues. Once again, Killer X looks good in every match they're in. They just don't know how to finish it. There was a mayhem flosion on Valentine. Valentine caught all the beating here. We see that game over that would ultimately spell the end. Cade and Ripley will go into tomorrow's cash-in pay-per-view with a lot of momentum here. And that is a terrifying sight as we get set for our main event. At Cheat Codes, the Iceman officially challenged whoever won that heavyweight title match between Rey Demonio and Hugo Lazarus. Rey officially answered the challenge last week. If Iceman picks up this win, he will get a title shot against Rey Demonio at hashtag #HalfTheBrains. Otherwise, Demonio doesn't have an opponent yet. Depending on how you look at it, Iceman is either the GOAT or the GOAT 2, Electric Boogaloo. In his case, Frozen Boogaloo. Chippy Stack saying Iceman will not win his Blitz debut here tonight. No one has found an answer for Rey Demonio yet. Can Iceman? The man who's done it everywhere. Can he finally be the one that figures out how to beat our champion, or will Rey Demonio's reign of just dominance here in Blitz continue? This match is non-title. But as I said, if Iceman manages to find a way to win here tonight, he will immediately have a shot at Rey at hashtag #HalfTheBrains. And Iceman out to a just chorus of boos here. Not what he was expecting out of the Pittsburgh crowd here. I'm not quite sure he cares. Has been just way different of an Iceman this season. Put the pause on Engimoto a couple weeks ago on Supernova. It is weird seeing him without any sort of title ornamentation. The man has held belts everywhere and anywhere. Looking to add one more to his historic collection. But in order to do that, he has to do what no one else has done this year. Demonio's only loss came in a tag team match where he didn't take the fall. Our champion is in the building. I thought it was his government name. I mean, Rey Demonio is not his government name, but, you know, I don't think any parent is cool enough to name their child Demon King. Our world champion making a rare appearance here on Storm. Oh, well, there you go. Chippy Stacks with the Chippy Facts. Nasty Nick's Japanese is worse than mine, apparently. Or at least was at the time. I'm sure being around Moto for the last 57,000 years may have taught him a thing or two, but I doubt it. Looking to take on what could be his biggest challenge to date. Not biggest in size, because he might pop up to Pacquiao, and that man is a mammoth. Iceman looks ready. Demonio looks ready as always. Main event bell, we are a go. Locking up dead center of the ring. Iceman with the rear waist lock. The amateur style takedown transitions right in the side headlock. Demonio flips out, standing side headlock. Flips him down to a side headlock on the ground now. Wrenching back on the neck. We're wrestling here, folks. Staggers Iceman with a knee. Iceman sent off the ropes, taken down with a spear out of nowhere from Demonio. Iceman up on the shoulders, fights back with an elbow. Comes back with a standing rear elbow. Lucha bump in the middle. Single leg takedown, tries to pull the leg out of socket for Demonio. Ray fighting back with the right hand. Has Iceman up. Drops him with a pile driver in the center of the ring. Iceman with that just complete reservoir of experience rolling out to the apron. Taken now with a shoulder tackle by Ray. Drops Iceman with a kick across the solar plexus. Iceman with that amateur style wrestling takedown though on the outside mats. Ray sent into that barricade. Not a whole lot of give there. Iceman putting the paws on our champion. Nasty German on the outside. Refs count at 6. Both men back in at 7. Stevie gets another dub. That's 40 bones on the night. Nasty knee drop from the champion, Iceman. Reverse on the Irish whip into the corner. Ray fighting back the rising boot. Belly to back suplex. Looked like he almost was thinking for a bridge there. Has a hold of that arm bar. Iceman fighting his way back up. Throws in a right hand. Russian leg sweep catches the champion. Lance Walker looking for the slam, gets reversed by Demonio. I use the man's government name. Iceman knocked off the apron one more time by Demonio here. Looking for that looping shot, Iceman fighting back. Standing switch on the outside. There's another one of those nasty belly to back suplexes. Demonio back in to break the count. Looks like he's comfortable taking the count out here. Refs count at 6. Iceman back in at 7. Running drop kick from Walker. Back to work on that leg. The transition to the arm. Iceman working the entire body of our champion here. Has him up on the shoulders. drives the back of his head into that top turnbuckle pad. Rolls Ray out in the center of the ring, drops the elbow. Working on the other arm now. Heading up to that second rope. Looking for that mid-range jumper. Gets the bipolar coaster. Floats over into the cover and only gets a 1 out of it. Iceman playing the crowd here in the storm shelter. Saying he will have done what he has done everywhere, make this his house too. Back to work on that leg, could be looking to set up that Keystone Cloverleaf. Ties up the legs in the figure 4. Brings Demonio in. Lance Revolution. Can't believe I got to call one here. Kick across the back. T-bone suplex. Ray fighting back with the European uppercut off the ground. Spins Iceman around. Gets caught with a set of back elbows. Standing switch once again. Iceman sent Sternum first into that corner. Ray has a hold of the wrist. We know what he's looking for here. That Demonio style DDT. Gets all of it on the Iceman. Brings it back to his feet. Kicks him down low. Butterflies those arms. Kingdom Come. Falls into the cover. Should be all she wrote. And Ray Demonio manages to dodge the icebreaker, but gets caught with the Lance Revolution. There was that nasty laser beam-like spear from earlier. The Iceman would break out most of the classics with that bipolar coaster. When he was working those legs, I was looking for the cloverleaf early. There was that Lance Revolution. But Demonio would fight back, throw out that trademark wristlock DDT, and then would finish things off as he always does with that Kingdom Come. And no one has found a way to beat Ray Demonio yet. To my knowledge, no one has still kicked out of the Kingdom Come. Iceman was very game here tonight. I honestly thought we were going to finally see that trivia question here of who was going to be the first man to pick up a singles win over our reigning and defending world champion. But that will have to wait for another night. But that's going to do it for us here at Storm. I know that Supernova was going to do a special tonight. I don't know if they're still planning on it, or if that's going to get moved to tomorrow before or after Cash-In. But I do know that High Class will be bringing you their next pay-per-view Super Show Cash-In tomorrow, around 1 o'clock Eastern Time. So for all our winners and losers tonight, for Project Mayhem going 2-1 on the night, for Iceman, but for Ray Demonio, I have been your voice of choice, DrMarxout, signing off. We will see you next week. Unless we're in the feed for, Cash-In tomorrow.